important concept here, and there's always another bus coming along. Remember, there's 50 million content people. There's so many of them, and there's very few of you. So if one of them laughs in your face when you say whatever it is, 15,000, 5,000, 1,000, whatever, it doesn't matter, because there's going to be another one and another one. Jeff Johnson is a very good friend of mine. One of the things I learned from him was this thing. He said, always practice on your B clients. Always practice on your B clients. And so he was specifically, I'd been already at that point, they heard my 6 and 7 story, and I was invited to speak at a seminar. And it wasn't like the biggest, most prestigious seminar. It was a lesser seminar, a less prestigious seminar. And I couldn't decide whether I should go to speak at that one or wait to get asked to speak at a bigger one or something like that. And Jeff's like, you want to practice on your B clients. Go to that other one and figure out what you're going to do on stage. Figure out what you're going to talk about. Figure out your presentation. Figure out how to be on stage. I've never been on stage before, okay? And there's a certain comfort level. I could get up here and frankly, I could fall off the front of this thing and I'd get up and I'd make a joke and just keep on going because it's not like I'm on stage hundreds of times a year, but it only takes 2 or 3 times till you figure anything out. You figure out, the first time you do something, you figure out 70% of what you need to figure out. And by the 3rd time, you've got 80 to 90% figured out. And so it's the same thing with pitching someone. It was the same thing for me getting on, Jeff said, practicing your B clients. So I went to that smaller seminar, and I gave a presentation. It wasn't the greatest presentation ever. But then by the time I got a few times later on that underground stage, I could rock the house. And it was only probably my 3rd or 4th time on stage, but by the time, you're like a grizzled veteran by the 3rd or 4th time you do something. So that's what you have to do. I just sort of in passing, I mentioned that saying it in front of the mirror. This is what I'm going to charge. Practice in front of the mirror. Practice, like I said, in front of your family. And it's that simple. And we'll go through this conversation. We'll practice this. But when you get down to this is the way we typically work. This is our normal and customary. Those are great words. Normal and customary. This is the way we typically work is we charge X number of dollars up front, and really that's just a sliding fee to get on our calendar. And so that because as you understand, this is a process, and we can't take tons and tons of clients. We only have so many spots. So to get you slotted in there and reserve that spot, then it's X number of dollars, and then we'll take the launch. We'll do the launch, and really the way we get paid is by participating in the launch with you. Unless you make a ton of money, we're not going to make much money at all. And so this really is, this is a deal where we work together, and I get paid on the results. If I don't bring you results, I'm not really getting paid. And so when you get in front of that first client, you could totally hose it up. Doesn't matter, because it's next. There's another bus coming along, because there's millions of those experts, millions of those content people, millions of those business people that don't know how to sell stuff. Or even if they know how to sell stuff, they don't have a clue what a launch will bring them. So if you screw up the first one, that's fine. You screw up the second one, that's fine. If you get to the 300th one and you're still screwing it up, then we got a little problem. But you won't be. You'll be doing just fine.